Okay, so my slider work needs some work, but indulge me, it's been a difficult week. I don't think there's a week gone by in the last 6 months where someone hasn't inquired as to when Motone are going to be releasing their brass parts, the ACG covers, clutch plate cover and throttle body covers. These are parts that have been eagerly awaited by the water-cooled Bonneville owning public. Now, I was supplied with these parts ahead of them being available in order to get the filming done. But the parts that I'm showing you today should be available by Monday through the Motone website, although Motone have indicated that they will try to get them up earlier for you, so keep checking the site. I'll leave a link in the video description at the end, either for the Motone site so that you can check to see when they become available, or if they manage to get them up earlier, I'll leave a link direct to these products. Starting off today with the brass plated Union Jack covers, with some other parts to follow in Wednesday's video. They did send me quite a collection of parts and it just didn't seem appropriate to try and cram them all into one video, so I'm going to have to break them up a bit. Now, brass customised parts have been something of a rarity up to now, and I do feel quite proud that this channel has in some way been instrumental to actually making these parts happen. Quite some time ago, Motone sent through to me some prototypes of these bits, but they had an awful lot of doubts about the viability of them. For a start, brass plating these aluminium castings is a very difficult process, and Motone weren't entirely sure that there would be a market for them. In fact, to be honest, by the time they sent them through to me, I think they'd more or less decided to abandon the project. However, I showed those prototypes on a previous video, and the response that Motone got from viewers asking if these parts were going to be put into production or not and when they were going to be available spurred them on to persevere with the development of them until finally they have come up with these. I'll apologise here and now for the shaky outdoor camera work. It has been blowing a gale here all week and I had difficulty standing up, let alone keeping the camera steady. I'm not going to go into intricate detail about the actual manufacture of these parts. These are the same high pressure die cast aluminium parts that Motone released last summer, except in this case, of course, they've been given a vintage look brass plating. Now, brass plating aluminium is quite a difficult job, and as I understand it, the process goes something like this. Once they come out of the moulds, the parts are polished, cleaned and then copper plated. After that, they're cleaned again and they're brass plated. They then undergo a process which gives them the brushed finish, which is followed by application of an antiquing lacquer, and this gives them a time-worn patina. Then, to ensure that these parts go the distance, they're coated with an automotive grade matte clear lacquer and then baked at a high temperature for several hours to give a hard wearing, weatherproof, durable finish. It also makes them very low maintenance with no special care requirements, so you won't be left scratching your head wondering how to keep them looking good. I have to say, initially this antique look did leave me with some doubts at the early stages, but I now see exactly where Motone were coming from. This bike is, after all, based on a 1959 model, and their early prototypes of clear, clean brass just didn't look right. They somehow looked a bit too blingy. The brushed finish is very much in keeping with the brushed aluminium parts that are already on the bike, and I really do think that a splash of colour with these brushed parts here and there breaks up that monotony of bare aluminium that adorns this bike. But as you'll see in Wednesday's videos, this finish looks just as good against the black engine casings of the Bobber Black. It's a win-win combination. Now, the throttle body covers do come with brass screws should you want to use them. And I reused the ones that I put on last year, which are now starting to patronise quite nicely and don't look out of place with these covers. Or you can of course just reuse the originals that came with your bike. These Union Jack motifs are a very popular choice. Motone have told me that their Union Jack patterned accessories just about outsell everything else that they make. But they do also have the ribbed covers, and with the generous choice of parts that Motone make with the ribbed, the Union Jack and all the various different flavoured finishes, means that you can mix and match for a tasteful and unique look. Well, that's about it for this video. I hope you've enjoyed it and you've found it useful. If you have, please leave a like and subscribe to this channel. Now, if you want to know more about the other cast parts that Motone have made, if you go to the top right hand corner of your screen, click on the information button and I'll leave links to one or two of the previous videos there for you, which will show you some of the other finishes available and also instructions on how to fit them. I'll be back next Wednesday with some brass parts for the Bobber Black. So until then, please ride safely and I'll see you soon.